Peace, California. My name is Ras Kass, and welcome to Servitude Sessions. We are live in Hip Hop for Change Studios in Oakland, California. And I just want to encourage everybody to get out and vote, period. But specifically voting yes on Prop 6, which is the end prison servitude, which is slavery. And a lot of people don't know that slavery was never fully abolished. It's in the 13th Amendment that if you go to prison, you can be forced into slavery, and they still do it. I want to expand on that with somebody who's formerly incarcerated like myself. So I want to bring in my co-host. He's an author. He's an activist. He's a Berkeley soon-to-be graduate, and he's a real one. So with some lived experiences. My co-host, this is my brother, Hakeem Owen.
Yeah, Ras, thank you for that. I really first want to just thank you for this opportunity to have my voice heard and my experience. And also just to thank you for all that you do and just putting your name and your time behind causes like this that are very worthy and that impact so many people.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Speak on it though.
Yeah, for sure. And you mentioned some of the things, but what you didn't mention, and I won't fault you for this, is that I'm also a senior at UC Berkeley, double majoring in social welfare and sociology. I'm a Haas scholar. I'm a researcher. I'm studying the impacts of early exposure to violence in urban communities on our children, right, and how that impacts us generationally, right? So these conversations about involuntary servitude, incarceration, they're very intersectional. There's many avenues which these types of things impact our lives. And for me specifically, before I realized that education was an option for me to turn my life around, I was left in a state of confusion the times that I was forced into involuntary servitude in prison, right? I did not understand how my punishment of incarceration was compounded by further punishment of forced labor, which the state is profits off of,
yes,
right? As we know. So I think most importantly for me, it left me in a state on top of not being able to gain skills that will help me once I'm released. And I'm someone who has over 20 years in the system. And I can tell you that the only thing that I took from prison that was of value on the streets was when I learned how to type.
Wow.
I mean, literally, right? So that's what we're providing, our community members who are going to prison and then coming back out.
I appreciate you sharing. But that's the reason why we're here. We're going to utilize art to get the message across, because we could talk to you all day, but we got some amazing artists that's going to come in here and put those bars and that message to some fire beats, some slaps, as y'all say in the Bay.
Yep.
And we going to have it slapping up here with a good message, obviously encouraging everybody to go vote yes on Prop 6.
Yes on 6.
Most people that go to prison in California will eventually be released back into society. That's why it's crucial for them to get the rehabilitation they need to improve their lives after getting out. But the current prison labor policies make real rehabilitation nearly impossible, which leads to many people reoffending and going back into the prison system, costing billions without solving the problem. The solution is straightforward. Vote yes on Proposition 6 to cut crime and keep our neighborhoods safer.
Yeah, we live at Hip Hop for Change. I got my homeboys, Grand Nationxl in the building. Introduce yourself.
Brookfield Deuce. Monty Draper.
Kevin Allen.
Yes, sir. So I got a real good question, man. I've seen y'all rock a couple of times, man, always killing it. But where's the name come from?
Real simple. The Bay is, like the home of the sideshow.
Mm-hmm.
And having the right car is super important. So we felt like, calling ourselves one of the most rare and high class, like street cars was like the thing for us, just kind of being super rare and bringing everything together into a perfect blend. So
that's dope.
Yeah. Being an old school guy from Sacramento myself, I can definitely relate to that. Tying that in, man, to the music and this cause that we're here for, Prop 6, man, I just kind of want to pose the question to whoever might want to take it on. In your understanding, like, what does Proposition 6 represent? Like, what does it mean to our community specifically? And as far as your experience with incarceration, having family, friends, et cetera, like, what could it mean to those people who are dealing with incarceration and their ability to, like, maybe turn their lives around?
I mean, raise your hand if you got a family member that's been incarcerated.
Straight up.
I mean, at the base of it, just trying to figure out how to make change in a positive manner for not just the people that are incarcerated, but the people who are, family members of the ones that are incarcerated. How do we get them to not revert back? You know, how do we get them to not go back to prison? How do we get them to be active members in society? And you know, how do we move forward with the actual definition of rehabilitation? You know, like how do we do that? You know, and I think that Prop 6 is one of those tools. It's been a long time since people have ever even had the conversation, you know, since the 13th Amendment in terms of making changes that fit today's society.
Right. Yeah, you know, being formerly incarcerated myself and now being a senior at UC Berkeley, right, about to graduate with honors, double majoring. Yeah, you know.
That's right.
So we know that purpose trumps punishment, right? So for me, what I like to talk about a lot is education, right? So in your guys' mind, we know what proposition is trying to offer to, you know, our brothers who are incarcerated, right? In somebody's opinion, one of you guys want to speak on this, like, what is the most important aspect of Prop 6 in your opinion? What are some of the key things that stick out to you?
Some of the most key components is decreasing the recidivism rate. Like,
Right.
starting there is really important, and then that should directly have an impact on public safety.
Absolutely.
So that's what I would say.
Absolutely.
So right about now, you know, you gave me some good words, but I need to hear that on the beat, man. I know what y'all really do. So y'all ready for these bars?
Come on, let's
Trying
try
to
it.
hear it too.
Representing East Oakland and Richmond, California, Grand National is about to tell you about this Prop 6 and why you should vote yes. Get ready.
Who you look down on and the ones you don't show love. Grand National. Yeah. Who you look down on and the ones you don't show love. Nasty off the dribble, clutch time, no scrubs. Factors in any weather can honestly sell crumbs. Best to move in silence front like you not the plug. We adapt folk. We came for the cheddar, y'all lactose. 40 acres in the scraper, we was that close. Hate to see us eating, no, is that so? Somebody told these people where the cash go. Line in a politician pocket. Pull up in something filthy, make an ancient wanted vomit. And it won't be a show till they run a set deposit. Just a profit doing numbers, we be outside. You can make billboard if the bounce right. Tell a VC to let the bag fly. Apply a little pressure when they ask right. We the ones who get it jumping when the trap dry.
Came back with a message, I seen a few things. It's all an illusion, it ain't what it seems. They talking freedom, ain't never been free. Been taking chances, just come with a fee. Let it come to you, don't be forcing it. All that hate in your blood, that's unfortunate. My error, we never recorded it. You stayed off the field, boy, you forfeited. Ran you to play, but you shorted it. I know the game like I'm Morpheus. God bless you. You be asking for handouts from them same folks that oppressed you. You feel it where you better get up where you mad at. I got a lot of trees from Portland, they don't test that. Get a whole 1 1/2 that. Seasoning the flour for the chicken and I almost had a flashback.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about it. As if the 13th wasn't bad enough. You ever scoop water with a fork? That don't make sense. Insert Prop 6. In 40 hours, made enough to buy a few soups. I made enough to still need to barter. Don't wonder why I ran back to the Carter. Whole sentence I was getting played. Give me my money now. I'm taxing for what they did to the cold crush. Running to the polls like the gold rush. The long arm of the law reaching the loopholes. The short side of the game reaching the bankroll. The public defender carried the caseload. The J-Pay hitting, missing the crossroad. Never seen a blade I can't skate on. Serving hope to places my homies can't go.
For real. November 5th. Get to that pole. For real. Grand National. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Slap season. Slap season, baby. We are still live in the Hip Hop for Change studios. I got some more guests with bars. Right now, I want to introduce 3 incredible raw-ass MCs coming out of EPA, Richmond, and Oakland. I need you to state your name, gangsters.
Hello, I'm Kiana What it do? I'm Sophia.
And I'm Kalina G. And we are the Pretty Gang.
Which leads me to this. I got a question. Obviously, you guys are beautiful women, but is it deeper than that? Is it something more to Pretty Gang? Why you called yourself that?
Well, Pretty Gang is not just a rap group. It's a collective of women who empower each other. We uplift each other, and we try to create a message through the art and music to try to empower other women.
That's amazing. That's super dope.
Big ups to that answer. That was a great answer. Shout out to my beautiful, strong black sisters out here, man. And this is going to lead into the next question. We're here about Prop 6, and we often talk about people like myself who are formerly incarcerated and have been through that system. But what we don't often talk about is how that impact on our family members, on our wives, on our sisters, right? So if one of y'all could address how Proposition 6 passing could impact the lives, not just of the people that are incarcerated, but of the family members who are out here dealing with, these systemic injustices that a lot of our families are suffering with, right?
Absolutely. One of the main important things about Prop 6 for me, and I'm voting yes on Prop 6, is that I have a brother that was previously incarcerated for 10 years, and he came out worse than what he went in. He is now a lost, roaming soul. He wasn't offered rehabilitation. He was medicated. He was forced to do things that he wasn't supposed to do that would put him in worse situations, especially when he got home. That put a lot of strain on his family, me, his siblings, everybody who were waiting on him to get home and be there for him. He wasn't there mentally anymore, and he is now homeless, lost, and roaming on the streets of Richmond, with his family still trying to help him out as much as we can, and still looking for hope and resources for him. Thank you.
And so that's why it's really important. The problem is that there's incentivization, to work people in prison as opposed to rehabilitate them. So thanks for sharing that. I know a lot of people can relate to that. I definitely came out of prison being, formerly incarcerated too, and came out worse than I went in, And so let's get to the healing part. I know y'all got bars, and I need to hear what y'all got to say. Y'all said it, but I need to hear it with the music. We got the Pretty Gang in the building. Y'all about to bar out for us? Let's go. Say less. Pretty Gang about to go bar out for us. We gonna go watch. What's going on?
Yeah. Excited.
Let's talk about it. He did the crime, the time, and lost his mind. Devoted to having a clean slate, but not even a chance to rehabilitate. Lost soul roaming. Involuntary servitude is all he knows. The injustice is all the world shows. Let's talk about it. Impacted from the damage already done, scarred from the battles that we have not won. The fuel of hope, change for us to gain, we are all the same. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Let's talk about it. Pretty Gang. Let's talk about it, cause they don't never really talk about it. How this system failing us, and they don't want us talking about it. Failing all my people, got us locked up in these prisons. And what's involuntary servitude, cause I don't understand that mission. And I don't understand y'all vision, and I really think y'all tripping. How you make somebody a slave when they already serving the sentence? How you make me work for free when I'm already up in prison? Man, y'all tripping. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. How the system's corrupt. How they legalizing slavery while locking us up. That's like in bravery. And in regards to the fakery, I'm rapping with a purpose, on purpose. I got them nervous. Rehabilitation, that's what the news be stating. But when behind the walls, that's not what they've been embracing. The contradiction with it is really making me sick. And I don't want to hear your lips when I vote yes on Prop 6.
So let's talk about it. Man, the system really think they slick. Let's talk about it. Vote yes on Prop 6. Let's talk about it.
When we rhyme, we don't miss. It's Pretty Gang music,
so salute us when we spit. Let's talk about it. Cause they don't never really talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Will we ever find a resolution? Why slavery in California is still part of the Constitution? Let's talk about it. Cause they don't never want to talk about it. So let's talk about it. Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Pretty Gang. Let's talk about it.
Pretty Gang.
Let's talk about it. Cause they don't never really talk about it. So let's talk about it.
Yeah. Yes on Prop 6.
Let's go.
Police brutalize inner city population. Bad legislation led to prison privatization. Economic incentive for mass incarceration. How prison became the new slave plantation. Look, we just trying to get gropped up. Akon bro, I got locked up. Machiavelli Tupac'd up. Who shot ya? You stopped us. Prison industrial complex. Why these cops got a monthly quota? Now I'm under arrest. Look, 13th Amendment slavery is still legal. Left a loophole in it to exploit convicted people. It's cheap labor, we do data. Don't believe you haters. X-ray vision, I see through layers. Look, fact check, false imprisonment, cut a black check for all your profiteering off of Africans and Aztecs. Now being homeless a crime, it's a dirty trick. Vote yes on Prop 6 and no on 36.
Yeah, Raz. Thank you, bruh. Thank you for that, man. Smooth. Appreciate you. It's my boy Lawrence, man. He pulled up, man. It's my boy Lawrence, man. He's Lawrence is on the front lines of this Prop 6 stuff, man, with us, man. And he's one of the big wigs at All of Us or None. He's also formerly incarcerated doing big work out here in the Bay, man. Like big work, man. So Lawrence, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you want to tell us about?
I appreciate that generous and welcome. But I am the regional advocacy and organizing associate of All of Us or None. Like you guys, I'm system impacted as well. I've been doing a whole lot of work with Prop 6 since I've been home. I mean, you name it, when it comes to getting involved with this. So, it's not only have I have the lived experience, of being forced to, do labor versus being able to choose what I want to do to rehabilitate myself, but coming home and being able to make change after being subjected to that experience is really what's big to me. And to be around individuals, like-minded individuals who've been through the struggle and who have been power building and who have been advocating for change, behind this is dope. So, I've been doing a lot, but shout out to everybody else that's also been, in the trenches with us, that's been really getting the work done. I think it's imperative because I want public safety in my community as well, but I understand that if we can't rehabilitate individuals like us when they send us away, and guess what? We're not going to increase public safety. So if we can remove those barriers, which Prop 6 would do, and prevent prioritizing of labor versus allowing a
rehabilitation.
Exactly. Right. Allowing individuals
decreasing recidivism.
Exactly. We can increase the public safety if we do that and save taxpayers' dollars. So, shout out to you.
I have a question for you. Would it be fair to say that Prop 6 is a public safety bill? I mean, the way you're describing it, it sounds like to me that not voting yes on Prop 6 could have some real life impacts on our communities as far as public safety goes.
Well, we see it already.
Right.
We see it.
That's a good question. We're in election time right now. We see the narrative over and over. When election time comes, guess what you got going on? Everybody's pro-public safety, and they use that to shift the narrative and shift the vote. Prop 6 is a true public safety bill, and if you're not embracing Prop 6, then you're not for pro-safety and for public safety, because guess what? When you increase success rate of rehabilitation, you decrease recidivism, which means people do not go in and out. Our communities are actually safer. So, it is a public safety issue.
Say less. That couldn't have said it better myself. Lawrence, thanks for sharing, brother. And I really appreciate you being a pillar in the community and leading this charge against prison slavery and, voting yes on Proposition 6.
For sure. Thank you as well.
No doubt. And to everybody out there, thanks for being with us today. Thanks for checking us out. I want to salute Grand National and Pretty Gang for bodying the mic. Yeah. And special thanks to our sponsors, California Lawyers for the Arts and Bay Area Creative Corp for making this possible. So remember, we can make history by voting for Prop 6 and to ban all forms of slavery in California.
But by all means, get out and vote.
I'm Ras Kass.
And I'm Hakeem.
Peace.
Police brutalize inner city population. Bad legislation led to prison privatization. Economic incentive for mass incarceration. How prison became the new locked up. Who shot ya? You stopped us. Prison industrial complex. Why these cops got a monthly quota?